give a challenge and a test like this about their spontaneity, and without being given any clue, they are supposed to paint or dance or sing or create poetry on the spot. So होता रहता है this contests and programs. So I thought I would show you something different to you all, and also it's an occasion for me to give a challenge to Karan's inner potential and talent. Are you ready? Or do you need some time? I think you should turn it to the audience. They have to see the entire process of. Nine.
Yes.
They will watch each and every line you draw and the whole process of creation. So here is my very interesting and very intense spiritual experience, if I can name it. Recently, about a couple of months ago, when I was seriously working on my book, Messages from the Himalayan Sages, Timely and Timeless. The last 1 year I have been working on this with my beautiful, wonderful team of writers and my disciples. And towards the end it became quite tiring for me because the expected end was not happening and the time was running out. Because July 21st we had already fixed it because it is Guru Purnima day. So there was no way I could change it. But I had a feeling that this project may not get completed the way I would want it to happen. So my soch mein lagi thi. It was an afternoon and I was very tired. So I was just lying down with my mobile in my hand and I was listening to Swami Rama's YouTube. You can start if you want. YouTube on Saundarya Lahari. Saundarya Lahari is a text on yoga, esoteric text, to how to evolve the human potential, which is a highly coded tantric text. So Swami Rama, about 25 years ago, he had given a lecture on that, and YouTube mein wo chal raha tha. So I was listening to it and kind of, I slipped into half sleep and half awake state in the afternoon, summer in Bangalore. उधर तो समर इतना नहीं होता है, still summers are pleasant over there. So in yoga language, it's called, normally we say half asleep and half awakened state. But in spirituality and yoga, it is a state of experiencing pure consciousness. There are 3 states: Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupti. Waking state, that all of us experience. Now you are all in waking state. Jagrata. Swapna, dreaming state. We all have dreams, so we know what it is. And the third one is Sushupti, which one also you all know. It's deep sleep. So when these 3 states we experience, and when we move from one state to another, from Jagrata to Swapna, Swapna to Sushupti, there are 3 conjunctions, joining moments. From Jagrata to Swapna, there is one joining moment, and then from there to Sushupti, and when you come back also the same way. So between these 3, there is a split moment of time when the consciousness becomes pure, which is far away from the mind, which all the yogis do their sadhana to attain that state of pure consciousness. So what happens when disciples like us who are trying to communicate with the masters, they make use of this moment of three states, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti, and enter into your consciousness. Well, आपको समझ में आए ना आए फिर भी सुन लीजिए, because they should stay in your mind in the seed form. If not in this life, next lifetime it will be of great help to all of us. This is how we all grow spiritually from life after life. So I was in that state perhaps, and then I saw my master Swami Rama, like how I see you all now in front of me. There is no difference between your direct experience and what I call its half dream and half awake state. It was totally alive. So in my dream, I started walking with him, and he took me to many places. I don't even know how long and for how many hours I was traveling with him, going on and on and on. The interesting part was I couldn't identify or recognize even a single place that I visited. You know why? In front of me there was a thin veil, a dupatta kind of a thing, you know. It's like a membrane in your body. And it was so thin, I could see people behind. It's like a screen. I could see people behind me. How many? Thousands and thousands and thousands. And they are getting up and they're waving their hands, and then it's a huge crowd looking at me and cheering me up, and a lot of things are happening at the back of the curtain. Right? And the whole dream must have taken about 5 minutes, 6 minutes maximum. But the experience I was going through was that I walked the whole day traveling and traveling. And by the time it was evening, I was very tired in the dream. And then suddenly I realized I am in my own home, in my bedroom. That was the first time I recognized where exactly I am, though I traveled all over the world. Then I entered my room, and to my surprise, my master is sitting on my bed. And he has stretched both of his legs, like relaxing. And when I looked at his face, he was just staring at me like this, without blinking. And no smile, nothing. And for a minute I thought, he must be very angry with me. I was trying to find out what could be the reason. But I could not find any kind of message or understanding in his expressions. But थोड़ा मुझे लगा कि हाँ, जो तुम करना चाहते हो करते जाओ, मैं ऐसे ही देखते रहूँगा. You know, that was the kind of message I felt. I read it on his face. Then I suddenly remembered, you know, these dreams are highly symbolic. And in yoga, these symbols have a lot of meaning, and many a times it tells you about your future. Only if I am willing to read the interpretation between the lines, the meaning of what this dream is all about. So then suddenly, in a very funny manner, I told my master Baba, I have some urgent work. मुझे जाना है. It's already evening and I have a commitment to complete. Then I suddenly change my mind and I tell him, no, now that you are here with me, I don't want to lose your company. I don't want to miss you. For me, no other work is greater than meeting you and being with you. So, आपके पास ही मैं रहना चाहती हूँ. So, I have cancelled my work. However important it is, I don't want to kind of be bothered about that commitment. Now I realize it's not so very important. That side, it's total silence. All the time I am talking. And then, Baba expression did not change. Even his eyes were not, not even blinking. It was just a stare. So this went on for a few seconds, and Swami Rama was looking at me and I was looking at him. Suddenly there was a great moment of emotion. It became so overwhelming for me that my love from my Anahata Chakra, the heart center, started flowing towards Baba, my Guru, because I felt, oh my God, I have been so busy in this external world, traveling all over the world, and not even for a minute I thought that my Guru is waiting for me. My Guru is waiting for me. And after seeing him also, I was about to commit a mistake that I have a commitment, so I will just go finish and come back. Then it was a quick realization to me that nothing is more important than my Guru's presence.